Hi everybody, welcome to this quick 9 playthrough for the date that is now displayed on the screen. Remember to check the tournament times so that you have time to play all of your holes. Please hit thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Timestamps for all the holes in the video description down below. Bear in mind these are general wind conditions you will need to tweak according to the directions you face in the quick 9. And remember, some of these are old replays, so feature the old ball attribute levels. Good luck, here we go.
But I'm going with a berserker and we're trying to send it even though we have limited wind strength in pro. Obviously in expert, much better opportunity to reach green with this. Max plus 10, push up to max, full top spin, couple of bars of left spin, max overpower, one ball of left curl. There are various slices and other blast shots you can do here. But we're bouncing. We did need to go with a bit more curl though. Thankfully, we're just parking up on the fairway there. If you do end up on the end of this fairway, I'm playing Endbringer School here, so stretching out to max, judging the percentage where the pin stands from my ball to complete max distance, as is one of the Endbringer School methods. Then that's the slider percentage I'm going to use. Instead of using 20% though, because this is downhill, I'm actually using 30% for Endbringer School here. Okay, it is tailwind, so maybe it's not a true test of whether that's good. However, it's working for me, so it's a fairly decent reference point, I would think. But like I said, the preference would be really to get a lot nearer to the green or down the slope. Perfect away, and we do get an eagle. Hole number 2, as long as we don't have predominantly tailwind, I am going to play with the sniper and I'm going to go with the backspin approach. 2 bars right spin, between 5.5 and 6.5 bars of backspin depending on the wind. Here it is all about trying to catch a mini funnel towards the pin from the slope, top right corner of the green as we look. What I don't do here though, need to do more of, is anticipate the second bounce wind effect. We do miss this one to the left. The adjustment I make here is mid-distance 20% elevation. We do have a more headwind, I would be playing maximum numbers instead. So mid plus 20, and we do get the general idea of it here with a perfect ball. However, this is one where I think a token would be good, just to see how much offset you are going to need. As you can see, we do come in too far to the left here, so we either go with more adjustment or we go with more offset to begin with. If we just aim that one more square to the right, we're going to be very close indeed.
There is an aggressive route down the left-hand side, but you need a lot of distance and top spin. So in the majority of cases, I would play here on the right-hand side. 4.5 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. If you have more top spin available and headwind angle, then obviously that will help a lot. So basically APOC 5 plus, but if not, crosswind and tailwind you can get over with a lower level extra mile. Adjust max plus 10 here. I'm pushing up as well. After I adjust, I push up 1 ring just to make sure I gain some distance on the drive, because I want to attempt an aggressive shot for the approach. Perfect ball away, and we want to approach the top left corner of the second piece of fairway. There you can see we're bouncing comfortably away from any of the rough, and the top spin takes us along here towards the top corner. Drive distance 372 yards. Second shot is all about getting the spin correct and trying to find a funnel. The more right you go from the pin, the more increasing your chances of finding the funnel. If you go straight at it, there seems to be less room for error, but you can see there's quite a wide section there where the tip of the ball guide doesn't really move. I can adjust kind of half a ring at least either side with my landing spot, and that ball guide isn't moving at all. So it's all about adding spin. We're going to need left spin regardless. Here, because the wind is pushing me left to right, I intentionally leave the ball guide to the left of the cup. This is something, once you know the tournament wind conditions, you're going to have to just take a token or two and dial in if you're creating shots yourself. But I'm playing true club distance 10% elevation on this one. So TC on the notepad, true club plus 10. So have a look at your landing position plus yards if you can. If not, you're going to have to do a different distance check. But a good consistent drive will get you in plus yards for the rough bump. And it catches the slope very nicely and sneaks in for the albatross. So we're going to go with, in this wind angle, a little bit of top spin, no side spin at all. And we want to bounce on the middle part of that first island where the ground is at its highest, because then we're going to get a consistent bounce. If we bounce too far toward the tee, or indeed too far towards the end of that, you're going to be bouncing on a slope. So try and find a consistent spot. Add the spin. In here I've got a little bit of tailwind, so I'm leaving that ball guide a little bit short and also a smidgen to the right of the pin. But obviously this will vary depending on your wind angle. If you've got headwind, you want to be setting up with more topspin and the ball guide through the hole. 1-to-1 is the adjustment that is the same as mid plus 10 power 3 with sniper 10 numbers, so 7.1 in wind, going with 7.1 rings. Obviously, wind angle, wind strength going to have a factor as well, but this is the type of shot we want to be playing. Aim as best you can. We like the ball guide of the sniper, and the bounce over there gets us nicely for a hole in one.
Going with the narrow strip of fairway to the left. Power 2 ball here, 4 bars top spin, which I then decide to go with 4.5, and 1 bar side spin to the left. I would recommend aiming a little bit more left of centre here because the wind is going to push us to the right. Max plus 10 is the adjustment here, and I don't push up to max because I don't think we need to. Obviously power 3 ball can be used as well, but we do hit this one perfect. If you are using a power 3, I would just dial back on the top spin slightly. There you can see the wind did push us a little bit too close to the rough, which is why I do advise just aim slightly off centre if you do have level crosswind. Second shot from here, going to be playing true club distance with the thorn, and I want to either go with no spin or a little bit of backspin. I'm finding the min line here and I'm pushing up rings from min, as I mentioned earlier in the video. If you don't know about that concept, check out the Academy playlist. We do have a tutorial about it. It's a very, very good way to drop more shots. I'm pushing up here around 14-15 rings, so I'm playing this one 15% slider, and because we're playing uphill, I'm going minus 10% elevation. I do decide to go with half a bar of backspin in the end, just looking at the ball guide and judging my experience of playing with the thorn. Pulling over the bullseye here, as I said, 15% slider, minus 10% elevation. We have an excellent chance at a drop here. We're just away on 0 seconds on the clock, but it does drop beautifully for a very nice eagle right at pin. So for this one I'm going actually with a berserker because it is a real effort to get over there even with a power 3 ball. So max top spin once again, 2 bars of side spin to the left. Stretching out to find my position once again, adjusting max plus 10. And I'm going to push up to max if I can. Got to go with a lot of overpower. In fact, this is full overpower here. And you can see the inner wall of the ball there, the right edge touching the inner wall of the adjustment ring to the left. So a good amount of curl. Again, a very, very safe bounce point there for the first shot. And then that rolls for a decent distance. I'm playing this one here, true club distance 0%. Now I estimate this to be mid distance, but we do misadjust this one slightly. Rough bump, very, very good in crosswind. Obviously, if you do have tailwind, you are going to be adjusting down into the bunker, so we may need to use some pull angle there or push up slightly to account for the lack of distance. So I'm going mid plus 0 here, using the Grizzly for the ball guide. Obviously, if your drive is short, you might want to be looking at the Goliath as well. It will help once we know the wind angles throughout next week. Hitting this one very nicely with the perfect. Bounces a little bit on the high side in the rough, so maybe a small correction needed there. Very good angle of wind direction here for the rough bumps. That's what I'm trying here. Going with a navigator ball, and it's just over 2 bars of top spin, 1 bar side spin to the right. Ball guide to the hole. Look at the position of the yellow ring, touching the rough line and the bunker at the same time. So very easy to set this shot up. This is a very good wind angle for the rough bump because we don't need to adjust into the bunker in any way at all. Mid plus 10 is the adjustment that I'm using here with the navigator. So mid plus 10. Hit this one perfect. and bounces the rough where we want and runs in beautifully straight at the pin for a hole in one. Going with the navigator again, 4 bars of backspin, 1 bar side spin to the right. And the position here I'm looking is the blue ring, that's my reference, touching the rough on the right hand side. As you can see, just backed off a little bit of the side spin there, but I do think we need to change and go with the full bar. Mid plus 20 is my adjustment here. No curl, just a standard shot. And we hit perfect, and this one does come in pretty nicely. Doesn't get in for a hole in one, but I do think we are close. But like I say, we just need to go with the full bar of right.
Brilliant chance in all wind angles here, but with this crosswind and tailwind from left to right, we're going to play left side to leave us a near straight thorn. With the quarterback P6 max rest, we're going to add 3 left spin only. No top spin, no back spin. Red ring touching the rough. P6 max rest with QB 9 or 10. We're just 1 to 1, so 8.3 in wind is going to be 8.3 rings. If you have wind going the other direction, then I would therefore play on the right hand side so that you take advantage of a straight, more or less straight shot in terms of the wind angle for the pin. But here in this wind angle we're going to play left side, 1 ball of curl to the left, and just before circle drop over power. We are hitting perfect here, nice chance with the quarterback, very accurate club, bouncing on the fairway, just missing the rough and rolling out for drive distance around 316 yards. Second shot from here, we are going to add 2 bars of backspin. Now, if you hit a great right, you will be near it, you will need more backspin, but try and add 2, and then find your minimum distance line and count rings from min until you have the ball guide, or the tip of the ball guide, going to the front of the cup. Here I push up 4 rings from min. If you are only 3 rings up from min, you may not have room to adjust. So I would suggest then you would add more backspin. But here it's 1% slider per ring from min. So we're playing 4% slider, 5% elevation, and this one we pull over the bullseye, centre the ball and hit perfect. And there's a very good chance to grab your eagle here on this par 4. If you are enjoying the free content here on the channel and want to help out and keep everything free, then please consider making a small donation. All donations are gratefully received and help me out here on the channel, as all of the content here is produced for free in my own spare time. You can do that in one of 3 ways. You can hit the thanks button here on YouTube, you can make a PayPal donation via the link in the description down below, or you can also join us over on Patreon. Details at the end of the video.
4.5 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the left. We have a hint of tailwind here, but it's predominantly crosswind. Red ring touching the rough on the left at max with the power 3 ball. Max plus 20 is the adjustment. Here what I needed to do, which I didn't, was I should have pushed up 2 or 3 yards because we do drop to a slightly lower point. Half wall curl to the left, and we are hitting perfect. Obviously if you have wind pushing the other direction, you will need to adapt the curl a little bit. We only just made it across, which is why I said there I should have pushed up a little bit. We do have plenty of room. Bowl-shaped fairway is going to keep the ball in play unless you hit a horrendous great left or great right. Second shot, play true club distance plus 10% elevation. There is a sticky spot here. I did spend quite a bit of time trying to find it, but didn't quite get there. So in the end I played this one, I think 85 to 90% slider plus 10. Problem I had here with the spins I had on, I didn't leave the ball guide short enough of pin. So we do come in a little bit on the hot side, which is going to happen with the design of the fairway and the green. So narrow miss to the right, but still a very, very good chance. True club distance plus 10 is what I would recommend.
Thanks very much for watching this video here on the channel. If it has helped you in any way, please consider sharing it amongst your friends and clanmates in the game. Join us also on Facebook. Head over there, search for BK Golf Clash and join our free group. Loads of members there sharing shots, Free guides are posted, as well as loads of other great Golf Clash resources. So check us out there. You can join in the discussion and also leave feedback on the game in general. Finally, if you wish to help support the channel and keep the content free for everybody, please consider becoming a Patreon member. The link is in the video description down below. Good luck, see you soon, bye for now.